All right, welcome to the Canary in the Cage podcast. I'm Ron Morgan, my co-host.
Dave Havlicek.
We are here to entertain you, educate you, and hopefully make you laugh at least once or twice. So, holy shit, what the fuck is going on in this world?
Well, we got a new president.
Yeah, we do. And he's changing everything up. Everybody's moving stuff around. Because even In-N-Out Burger now has said, all right, we get it, our fries suck.
That wasn't them. That's a parody account.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that last minute, but their fries do suck.
They do suck. Come on, guys. Like, double fry. It's all you got to do. You got to double fry them.
No.
And add some salt.
Stop using cardboard to make your fries.
Those are natural potatoes. You see the potatoes.
There's no way those are natural potatoes.
You can see them.
Then they're doing something stupid with those things.
They're not double frying, and they're not adding salt.
So what are In-N-Out? Change your fucking fries.
But the burgers are delicious.
Five Guys uses real French fries.
Yeah, Five Guys, but...
And then it tastes good.
But I do want to say the In-N-Out burgers are the best.
The burgers are the best.
Yeah.
The fries suck. It's like you get the bag, you take a few fries out, you're like, oh, these are
I don't even eat the fries. I don't order the fries. What I do is I go to In-N-Out, I get the double, or either a double or a triple animal style, and then I go to McDonald's and get the fries. I can't eat them.
Terrible. Yeah, because it's like you get about a 30-second window where they taste good, and then from there it's cardboard. Well, if that's a parody account, In-N-Out, I'm calling you out. Change your fucking fries, dude. Because I like eating your double doubles. Animal style would be the fries.
You do that animal style on the burger.
Okay, I don't know. I'm all new to In-N-Out, so. Oh, but guess what? Breaking news.
Oh, yeah?
Portillo's is coming to Vegas.
Oh, fuck that. I hate them.
Oh, you suckers in Chicago.
They're disgusting, dude.
Don't call yourself a Chicago if you don't like
the Italian beef is smaller than a Chicago hot dog. It's got like one thin thing of beef in there.
Where the hell were you eating at?
Dude, Portillo's. There's multiple locations. It's terrible. It's overpriced. It's like $20 fucking.
Yeah.
Get the fuck, dude. If you're in Chicago, go to Bona Beef. Go to Luke's.
Oh, Luke's.
Luke's is at one location downtown.
But they have suburban locations as well.
No.
Yeah.
There's Johnny's.
Well, so it's Luke's Torrey. But I think Luke's.
I'm going to dispute you on that. I'm going to fact check. I'm going to fact check on that.
Fact check it right now.
But what's the other one? Oh, so people like Al's a lot. Now I don't like Al's because they use a lot of cloves in their juice. But if you're into cloves, like that kind of spice, then go for Al's.
So the show, what's the show that the dude from Shameless jumped over to? He's a chef.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a TV show on I think on Showtime or Hulu, whatever. I don't know who hosts it. I watch on Hulu. It's the kid. It's one of the guys from Shameless is now a chef.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what Shameless is.
You never watched Shameless?
No.
What the fuck?
I don't watch things that were like after the year 2000 or so. Like why bother?
No, dude, you gotta watch Shameless.
Get the fuck out of here.
You want to talk about a great TV show? That is because it's funny. Shameless came out I think right around the time I left Chicago. And I could watch it and go, kind of like a home feeling. What is that?
So regardless of all that, now Italian beef, that's kind of the secret's out on that, right? Everyone knows about Italian beef.
What about it?
Like that it exists. That's a thing.
Oh yeah.
So now the real Chicago secret is Riccobenni's.
What's that?
So you don't even know about it because you're a fucking Northsider.
Oh.
So Riccobenni's, they used to have a bunch of locations, but now they're only down to the one on 26th Street, and they have a breaded steak sandwich. It is the best fucking thing you will ever eat in your life. Swear to God. It was the last meal I had before moving out here to Vegas.
Really?
It's so fucking good, dude.
All right, so we're going to throw on some Chicago history with food and stuff. The Bear. The TV show The Bear.
I have no idea what that is.
So I used to live at Erie and Wells.
Okay.
And 2 blocks
to Orleans. Al's Beef right there, wasn't there?
No, go to Orleans, turn right, walk 1 block, and there was a restaurant. There was a Chicago-style restaurant called, it's not Super Dog, whatever. And they're using that restaurant as the scene of the show.
Oh, okay.
So it's an actual Chicago restaurant.
I think I ate there. It's like another beef.
Yeah,
hot dog thing.
Hot dogs and beefs.
I thought that was an Al's. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't believe it's an Al's. I think it's a one-off. I think it's just one restaurant.
Okay, yeah, but I remember going there and it was pretty good.
So when that show came out, I'm watching it, and a coworker of mine's like, "What is this sandwich they keep talking about? A combo?" I go, "Oh my God, it's a combo, man! It's Italian sausage, Italian beef, giardiniera." I go, "It's amazing."
You got to dip it.
And in Denver, that sandwich was served at a Chicago-style restaurant called Wrigley.
Oh boy.
They would not dip the bread. They would put it on the side.
Get the fuck out of here.
People in Denver went, why is my sandwich all wet for?
It's not a French dip. It's a Chicago beef.
I know.
You dip that shit, dude.
So but where I work at, now I'm back in Vegas, and there was a Chicago-style restaurant. It's just I don't know, a couple miles away. I'm like, you know what? I'll get you the combo. We're gonna eat it. We're gonna do it. So I drive out there, get the combo. Jeez, it was like $40 for 2 combos, fries, and a Coke. Get back and give her sandwich, and I go to my office. I'm eating mine. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What is this?
What is this?
The dude it had the sausage, it had the beef.
Yeah.
He put some kind of Italian dressing on it.
Oh, God.
That was his dip.
Where do they get this?
I know. I'm like, what you'd be arrested in Chicago for doing this shit. Yeah.
No, but like if you're ever unfortunate enough to have to be in Chicago, go to Riccobenni's on 26th Street, get the fucking king size bread steak. You might have to take half of that shit home because it's so monster, like it's huge. It is delicious, dude. You will not regret it. You'll thank me.
So the spot that I actually liked the best was it was really close to Cabrini Green, so it was kind of in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I would go there anyway. I don't care. But they had the best the hot dog is. I mean, it's a hot dog. It's a hot dog.
Yeah.
But it's like they just I don't know. I like their Polish sausage. I like their Italian beef. It was just great. But getting back to this restaurant here in Chicago, in Vegas here, I was in the mood for a hot dog, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get a hot dog. I'll go to Chicago. I'm just not gonna get the beef because it's too much money.
$15.
Nah, it was like $12.
What the fuck, dude?
Well, no, but
a hot dog should be like $2.
I know, but I got a tamale with it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, cool, tamale. Yeah. And I get to my truck. I'm driving back. I'm like, well, let me eat the tamale now. I reach in, grab the tamale out. It's a fucking tamale in a plastic bag, like it was something you buy at the restaurant.
Yeah,
you buy at the grocery store.
Right. Well, what do you expect?
No, you make the tamale. You got it wrapped. Oh,
this is Vegas. They don't know. Well, actually, they should know how to make tamales.
But they call themselves a Chicago-style restaurant. Yeah. Fucking do a Chicago-style.
That's the thing, man.
And the dude microwaved this thing, and it was like hotter than lava. No, I'm like, why is this not liquid right now?
If you want to make $1 million, get your ass out to Vegas and make a real Chicago restaurant.
No, we have a couple.
They all suck. I'm sorry, they suck.
No, there's one at Lake Mead in Buffalo.
I'm sorry, they suck.
It's decent.
I don't want decent. I want Chicago food the way it's made.
I'm trying to think. No, I'm kind of digging some of the places.
You can't tell me we can't get Ganella bread and Vienna beef. You can't tell me we can't get that stuff.
Well, that's the thing. This hot dog that's what I was getting at. This hot dog I had, it's like the skin on it, or the casing.
Yeah.
It was like hard. Like you had to bite, like you literally had to like bite through it. And I'm like, this ain't Vienna beef. Yeah. So stop calling it Chicago dog. Yeah. It ain't Vienna beef. I don't want shit, but whatever.
All right, that was a nice distraction.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about what Biden did on the way out, or what's Trump's been doing? Which one's first?
Let's go Biden on the way out, because there's actually a lot going on with that.
Did you know how many amendments are there to the Constitution? Do you know the answer to that question?
Yeah.
It's a pop
quiz. So he tried adding the 26th Amendment?
28th Amendment. So there's now 28th Amendments.
28th, yeah.
According to Biden.
Yeah, according to Biden, because
and the amendment is the Equal Rights Act, or so. It's actually not that horrible, because it's like one sentence.
Oh, it's
and it's like, hey, government, don't discriminate against women, which I'm fine with. The government shouldn't be discriminating.
First of all, but the only people that are saying this discrimination against women are the news and the government.
Well, no, hold on. Now that this law is in effect,
wait, no, he can't add an amendment.
Now that this law is in effect, women, go sign your selective service cards.
Yeah.
Because you are now equal, okay? You have the same rights as men. Go sign your card. Go sign up for the draft.
And start peeing in urinals.
Yes.
Have you seen that before? There's videos of women peeing in urinals. God. It's really funny.
No, like, what the fuck is he talking about? You can't just add an amendment.
He's demented.
Well,
and everything he signed should be voided out.
So Kamala Harris reposted his tweet, and he did this over Twitter or X, right?
Yeah.
Like you can just do it over X or something. And she retweeted it, reposted it. Several senators and Congress people retweeted. Like, what the fuck is going on? You can't just do that, right? The states have to. 38 states have to ratify it, and I think they had 32 or something.
Since when does the Democrats do anything legal?
What the fuck? Like.
Dude, that's why I'm trying to back off being this huge conspiracy theorist. It's trying to make fucking crazy. And they just do shit. They don't know what they're doing. They're delaying Kash Patel.
Well, let's stick to what they actually did on the way out, because there's some other things that they did. And this will actually carry over to Trump's
Yeah,
turn.
I gotcha.
The pardons.
So Fauci's pardon may not be legal.
How do you figure?
Well, they're actually going after all the pardons where they were for crimes you're not being charged
Before we
with.
get into the specifics, he gave a blanket pardon to Fauci, to General Milley, to the January 6th committee, to his entire family.
Except him.
Except himself, apparently, because I guess he forgot that one.
Forgot about Nancy Pelosi, because I think she's got some shit.
Well, I think those two had a little spat. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
You're not pardoned. So now, why do you think Fauci is invalid? I don't.
It's just been being talked about recently. It's not just his. It's all the ones where the people were not charged with anything. There was no crime charge. Well, no, but that's fine. I don't even care about that, because here's the thing: the pardon is for federal crimes.
Right.
So Texas is already like, the Texas AG is like, okay, we're going after Fauci.
Here's the problem with that. Fauci is smart enough to have never stepped foot in that state.
Yeah, okay, so...
Now, I can't speak for General Milley or any of the others.
No, but do you have to step foot in the state to be an accomplice to a crime?
It really depends on the crime.
Because they locked up there's a precedent set on this. They locked up that January 6th guy from the Proud Boys.
Oh, Enrique Tarrio?
Never was in D.C.
He wasn't in D.C., right.
And he's out of jail now because of Trump.
Yeah.
But the point is, I don't think you have to be in the state if you're an accomplice to a crime.
It depends on what the act is and how it was. Because the reason they got him was he was texting them.
Yeah.
And because the way text messages float in the sky, up in the cloud up there, those text messages were in D.C.
Okay, how about Florida? He stepped foot in Florida yet?
I don't. Like I said, I think he's smart enough to have never done that.
No red states?
He's a pretty smart guy. I mean, you can't be stupid. And
serial killers usually are fairly smart.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not saying he's good or he's just
whatever. I mean, you know, but guess what? Guess what he has to do now?
What's that?
Can't plead the fifth.
No, that's not true.
No, that's not true. He's called in front of Congress.
We talked about this like 3 weeks ago. It doesn't work that way.
It
doesn't work that way.
You have to because you've.
It doesn't work that way.
You've acknowledged, you accept a pardon.
Yeah.
Which means you committed a crime.
No, it doesn't mean that.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that.
If you're being pardoned for something, and you accept it. That means there's a crime.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, well,
it means that you agree that you might be convicted of a crime, which there's you can plead no contest if they charge you with something, and that means I didn't do it, but your evidence is pretty good.
Let the future roll out and see how it goes.
It's not going to work.
They're going to get Fauci.
You can't deny someone's Fifth Amendment rights no matter what. And so we talked about he's not pardoned for state crimes, right? So if he's on the stand. And they say, Fauci, did you blah, blah, blah? Well, I plead the fifth. Well, you can't plead the fifth because you're immune. No, I'm not. They could sue me in Texas. Right? He has his Fifth Amendment. You always retain your Fifth Amendment right.
We'll see how that plays out because I'm hearing something different.
Well, you read a lot of dumbasses,
It doesn't mean that what you read is right either. Because there's
I read the Constitution. I don't know what the fuck you're reading.
Okay, again, in the Constitution, it says you can get a presidential pardon for crimes you have not committed yet.
It just says the president shall have the power of pardon for all crimes against the United States. That's all it says.
So he has not committed a crime yet.
But it doesn't matter. He's been pardoned.
But he hasn't committed a crime.
He's been pardoned of every conceivable crime.
So how is he pardoned from a crime when he hasn't committed the crime?
That doesn't say it. That's all it says about pardon.
No, it says the crime. So he admitted to committing a crime.
I think it says the word offenses. But it's the same.
He admitted to committing an offense.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No, he didn't.
It does.
He said, "I accept your pardon." Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Your pardon for what? What's the pardon for?
Whatever they might throw at me.
All right, we'll see.
Maybe falsifying business records in the first degree.
We'll see how this plays out.
In the state of New York.
Because Trump is on fucking fire. He's coming in with a chainsaw.
Let's get to that.
No, but let's get back to Cheney.
Cheney?
Liz Cheney.
Oh, yeah, she was pardoned.
She was pardoned from federal prosecution.
Yeah.
Is she pardoned from being sued from the J6ers?
I don't know. I think pardons do apply to civil suits as well. I don't know about this one.
If it's
because it says offenses against the United States, right? So that means the United States can't charge you with something,
right?
But I Dave Havlicek or Ron Morgan can sue you, right?
Yes.
Because you offended me.
Yep.
So maybe.
I think she'll be getting sued.
Yeah.
And good for her. She deserves it like a motherfucker.
Oh, speaking of suing government.
I saw it. So what
I'm
is this
scrolling through X. Was it today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
I saw it yesterday, yeah.
And I see somebody repost Dina Titus. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm blocked, right? What's going on here? So I click on it. I'm not blocked anymore.
Oh, so so this lawsuit's done.
No. Because
I know.
Because I already was blocked. And I have the receipts for that, so you can't just... I never blocked you. Yes, you did. Mm-hmm. And if we have to subpoena Twitter for those records, we will. And by the way, she still hasn't replied yet, so I might just get a default judgment. So how you would win then? Well, I have to motion for a default judgment, which I have about 1 month left.
Okay.
Because she has 90 business days, I believe.
Okay.
So I'm going to apply for a default judgment, and then it's up to the judge to say whether the case has merit and whether you're entitled to the demands. So it's up to the judge.
So the judge is going to punt it.
Well, I'm not asking for much, so he might just laugh and say, okay, yeah, you can have this. I asked for not just unblock. She has to unblock me, which, okay, she's done that. I also asked for a public apology.
Right.
So she hasn't done that as far as I know. And I'm going to ask for my costs to be covered. So I want a nice big fat check from Dina Titus.
Should like $1 million in there.
That's unreasonable. Like
That's unreasonable.
It hasn't cost me $1 million for damages.
You were running against her.
It hasn't cost me $1 million. Dude.
She blocked you.
I'm sorry.
So you could not strategize.
No, I've actually
strategize, right?
I've actually got a number that I'm going to demand.
It's a Bush thing. You made up a word and strategize.
No, the number.
Strategery.
The number I'm going to ask is for $1,776. So I have the court filing was like 400 something, and then the serving fees was 150, I think, and then my time and materials is worth whatever the remainder is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat to see if you win that. But who cares? It's going to be fun anyway.
Indeed. All right, so let's. Are we ready to talk about Trump now?
Let's move on to Trump.
Fucking China bull in the China shop. Holy fuck, dude.
He came in swinging a chainsaw.
I did not think. Okay, so let's talk about the big one for libertarians first.
Ross is freed.
So back in May, he promised to free Ross Ulbricht day one. Yeah. Now, what does day one mean to you? Who was that libertarian who called him out? You said you would do this on day one. Day one is the first full day of his presidency. That's what I would have said back in May, right? I would have said, if you asked me, what is day one? I would have said January 21st.
Okay, so day 3, day 4, day 5, so what?
No, it matters. It matters.
No, it doesn't.
It does matter.
Because,
promises are, look, promises are promises.
Bullshit. Because he had to close the border. He had a bunch of shit to do.
I don't care.
Ross was one person.
If you're going to make promises.
One person.
If you're going to make
yourself done first.
Shut the fuck up. If you're going to make promises that everything is day one, then you better get it done. But if you asked me back in May, what does day one mean? I would have said January 21st.
So you would prefer...
Shut up and listen to me.
No, you would prefer...
Let me fucking answer my question.
Sure. Day one...
It would mean January 21st.
Right.
And that's when
we've already agreed on that.
Right. But,
so why you're
arguing with me.
Shit? No, I'm not. I'm saying, so freeing Ross is more important than releasing the J6ers. Freeing Ross is more important than closing the border.
That doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. He had other shit to do. Get the important shit done that affects more people.
Dude,
and then get Ross the fuck out of jail.
Who are you arguing with?
You.
What do you think I'm even saying?
If I said if he went to day 2 or day 3, that would have been fine.
Because that's retarded. It's not fine.
It is fine. Get the guy out of jail. He's out of jail. We can celebrate.
It's not fine.
No, it's fine.
And he still met the criteria that I would have told you. He made it on January 21st, which I would have said that's day one. Because I always thought on January 20th, you get sworn in, then you go have a party and a ball and you get wasted, and then you... haven't they always done that?
Yeah, they did it.
But this fucking guy, well, yes, he had the ball, but he fucking went to the office, started signing things.
No, he didn't go to the office. He went to the convention center or whatever. He had a desk set up, and he was just doing it in front of everybody.
Yeah, I've never heard of a president doing that before.
They haven't. Well,
Holy fuck.
Last week,
here's the thing.
Last week I mentioned, I go, Trump better fucking have somebody, a line of people with cell phones.
Yes.
And he gets sworn in, and he goes, give me that phone. Close the border. Release the J6ers.
No, but here's the thing.
So he kind of did that.
Here's the thing, though. He did break his promise with Ross.
What's that?
Do you remember what he promised?
He would pardon him, but he did not.
He promised he would
him.
commute the sentence. He promised he would commute Ross's sentence to
I
time
thought he said he
served.
would pardon him.
No, he would commute his sentence to time
Okay.
served. So he broke his promise.
But it's better, though.
He broke his promise.
Sure. But, okay,
So he got a full pardon.
But no, we've had a similar conversation on this before. He said he would free Ross.
Yeah.
And he would put a libertarian on his cabinet.
Yes.
But he also said, I don't know, I have to rewatch his speech to see if it was tied to, if you guys support me.
Yes.
We didn't support him.
What are you talking about?
We supported Chase Oliver.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
He got less than 1% of the vote.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Dude, what do you...
God.
Okay, Trump said, you guys are 3%. Enjoy your 3%.
Yeah.
He didn't get 3%. Where did that 3% go?
He wanted the endorsement of the Libertarian
No, that's not
Party.
going to happen. He knew
that's how he said it.
No, it's not.
So who's the Libertarian candidate? Who's the Libertarian cabinet member?
I don't know yet.
Oh, because there's a pick one. Because
That's
we
fine.
did not agree.
You're changing the subject.
There were
You're changing the
terms put
subject.
forth, and we did not.
Dude,
we did not back
You're
up
changing
those
the
terms.
subject. The subject is Ross Ulbricht is free.
Yes, and that's all that matters.
Okay, so this deserves a toast, actually.
There you go.
So welcome home, buddy. You can come on the show and talk to us anytime. But you're welcome. We got you free.
Interesting point about him. People are freaking out that he got pardoned or commuted or whatever. He's out of jail. That's all I really care about.
Full pardon.
And people are criticizing Trump for doing that. But what was his actual crime? No, let me tell you what I think it is. That you were able to use. He was supporting using Bitcoin to buy illegal services.
He made a website on the dark web,
right?
Which we tell you guys how to do.
Yep.
Where you can buy and sell whatever you want, essentially.
Okay, so
he had rules.
Okay, I can pay a prostitute with a check or my bank debit card.
I would suggest you use cash.
Oh, I would. No, I do. I really do. I'm kidding. I don't pay for prostitutes. But no, you're not going to my point here. Let's say I decide to go hire a prostitute.
Yeah.
And I jump out my Chase debit card. I go, boom, right there, babe.
Yeah.
Isn't Chase doing the same thing?
Okay, so the difference is they try to stop it. They officially, on their policy, they'll say you're not allowed to do this.
Okay.
And we'll cancel your account if you do. Whereas Ross said there were things that you could put on his site that he would cancel you for.
Yeah.
So no child porn, no violence. Yeah. I don't know if he allowed guns or not. I don't remember. But there were things. But drugs were allowed. So illegal, like cocaine, meth.
Yeah.
He didn't take those things down. So that's what they would say the crime is.
But again, a bank card does the same thing.
Well, no,
I don't care
because they'll cancel you.
But they don't.
When
I hired the prostitute,
they make a good faith.
When I hired a prostitute outside here in Clark County, because in other areas of Nevada it's legal, here it's not. I did not hire a prostitute. But if I did hire a prostitute,
they make a good faith effort to stop you from doing that.
Do they really?
According to the government standards, they do.
I would like to see the list of people they canceled for using the Chase card for illegal activity.
Well, they cancel people all the time. What are you talking about?
No. For illegal activity.
Yes, they do it all the time.
Show me the list.
They do it all the fucking time.
No, they cancel conservatives. Matter of fact, Bank of America.
Well, yeah, but
Bank of America,
you did something illegal.
Bank of America got called out by somebody, by Trump. He goes, "When are you going to let conservatives do business with you and stop stop canceling their accounts?"
Okay, so who else got pardoned? The J6ers.
Yep.
I think. Well, not all of them got pardoned, but he pardoned some, and he ordered the charges dropped for others.
Right.
There's a lot of shit going on there.
But they're not all out of jail yet. There's some wardens that are keeping them in, and they're fucking with the system. And the U.S. Marshals need to roll in and get them free or arrest the fucking warden.
Who else was there?
I mean, there's a whole list of stuff he did. I was reading the list earlier today.
Oh, he took us out of the Paris Climate Accord.
Yes, he did.
He took us out of the WHO.
Yep.
They're throwing a fit about that.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah, he should get out of the WHO.
And did you see the video of him doing it?
No.
Oh my God! So they're passing him these things and he's signing them, right?
Yeah.
And for each one, he's like, "Okay, what's this one? What am I signing?" And they said, "Oh, sir, that's the removal from the WHO." And he goes, "Ooh!" Like his face lights up, like, "Oh, this is my favorite one." Yeah, fuck those people.
And he's
holy shit.
Putin's ready to sit at the table.
Yeah, he always was. It's just useless.
Well, true, but I mean, in all fairness, Putin needs a win.
Okay, right.
He does.
Right.
And as long as that works out, I think this will be great. And Zelensky, they're saying he's a cokehead? Did you see the video?
Why would he not be?
No, but there's a video of him like
he's demanding money. Yeah.
Well, he's like out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't give a shit about. I don't watch those videos. So I don't give a shit about Zelensky. But they want to arrest him. Ukraine wants to arrest him. If he gets removed from office, he's going to jail. So he needs to pack a bag and run off to what country?
Well, you ain't welcome here, buddy.
Where could he go to hide? Because like the guy from Syria went to Russia.
Yeah.
Where could Zelensky go?
I have no idea.
Maybe that's a Monero challenge. I don't know.
I got a good challenge this week.
Mexico.
But if we want to talk about Monero, let's do it now. So we're gonna make a change to the way the challenges work.
Yes, we are.
So Oliver Chase, which apparently is Thomas Massey,
it could be
as you're gonna find out.
Kind of sort of don't really know. But
gave us a suggestion.
Yeah.
So from now on, we're going to announce the challenge as publicly as possible, but we're only going to reveal the winner on the show.
Yep.
And that way, we get more people entering, we get more hype.
It's like a teaser.
And then if you want to collect, then you got to listen to the show.
So we got breaking news. I'll tell you in 10 minutes.
So let's go to the wheel for this week.
All right, let's go. Who won the Monero challenge this week?
Right. So last week, the challenge was you got to ping my Notify server.
Okay.
And with the Canary topic, because I have other topics for myself that you're not allowed to use. And we had two people that figured out how to do that.
Okay.
And it's the same two people as last week. So,
all right. Well, we got two listeners that love listening to it.
And they both put a funny message in, so I'm going to read those off.
Oh, that's even better. I love humor.
We got Ayn, A-Y-N.
Oh, hold on. Let me get up
that's
there.
Lowercase.
Okay, A-Y. Is that important?
Yes, because it has to be in order.
Okay.
So the message Ayn sent was, emergency, your servers has been hacked. Please transfer 0.01 XMR to the deep web hacker known as Ayn. So he's doing a little emergency alert service there.
I love it.
And then we have Oliver Chase, which is capital O. Now you're going to like this message. I don't want to confuse you, so let you type.
Yeah, because I can't spell for shit and I type horribly.
So,
I'm like the Hunt and Peck method.
Hello, this is Thomas Massey. I'm a big fan of the show. I would like you to meet me in Washington. Come to the Capitol, which he spelled wrong, Capitol building, and bring your guns, because I like guns. If the police don't let you in, fire your gun wildly into the air and assert dominance. Then they will respect you.
I'm on my way.
I look forward to meeting you, by the way. Don't forget to enter me in the wheel of communism, but don't use my real name. Call me something retarded like Oliver Chase. K. Thanks. So there you go. All right, let's spin the wheel. See who wins.
Well, no, but he was the guy before. It's like, well, I'm not really good at the writing of the jokes. That's a fucking great joke. That's great. It's a great start.
He might actually be Thomas Massey.
Oh, would that be fun?
That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Oh, well, you know, I noticed. So I'm kind of growing a beard out now.
Yeah.
But
let's get to the wheel. Let's go.
Okay. Well, Thomas Massey now has a goatee. And I think he saw my goatee. And he wants to,
it could be.
He's like, my God, that guy looks good.
Oliver Chase, order some stickers, some Uncage Your Brain stickers, and get some more Monero.
Put one right on the Capitol door.
Right on the Capitol, right on the bathroom or something.
All right, let's spin the win.
Oh, you did it again.
Fuck.
Just click the button, dude.
I did.
Just a little click.
No, it's just
Just a little click. There you go.
Oh, here we go. Where's it going? And it's
Oliver Chase. Thomas Massey.
It's Thomas Massey.
So let me ping me and collect your Monero.
There you go. That's the only warning you get. You got to come and track it down. We're not giving away free money here. You got to burn some calories. All right, Chase Oliver's a winner.
No, Oliver Chase.
Oliver Chase. Jesus Christ, my brain cannot fucking do that. I can't. Jesus.
And so let's announce this week's challenge.
Okay,
while we're on it. So we have a website, thecanaryinthecage.com.
Yes, we do.
Which you should know. Everyone should know that. And all you got to do is tell me the IP address of the website. That's all you got to do. It's very simple for you tech guys anyway.
Yeah.
For anybody else, my tech segment will help you learn how to do that.
Yeah.
And we're gonna post it far and wide. And don't forget to pick up your stickers. We're actually sending stickers out. Yep. We got our first one in the wild.
Yes, we do.
By Mike, the mushroom guy Wilson. He was on the show. And he collected his Monero
and where
reward.
did he put that at?
He put that on the pole where Tupac was killed.
Yep. Right
so
here
if you go to our website and you check out the sticker page.
Wait. Where Tupac was killed.
Well, okay.
Him and Biggie are hanging out. No, it's funny. Okay, so Dan Bongino on his show today. Dan Bongino on his show today wanted to thank people for getting Trump elected.
Okay.
And one of the people he wanted to thank was Barack Obama. And he showed the press corps meeting or the press corps get together.
Yeah.
And Barack Obama went after Trump. And he's like, oh, I'm glad we got this birther thing all figured out. Trump, he doesn't believe the moon landing happened. He thinks Biggie and Tupac are hanging out somewhere. And he goes, and Dave Bongino was like, that's why he ran for president, because you fucking did that. So I'm like, all right, that's funny. All right. Trump's doing a great job. I hope he keeps it up.
He's got a couple of things that I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I know, but I'm concerned about RFK.
Well, concerned about what?
Well, so RFK wanted certain people in his staff, and after Trump met with Mr. Burns, I mean Bill Gates, he fired him.
Huh.
But yet RFK wants the JFK files and the RFK files released, and Trump's doing that. So, and Martin Luther King, I'm really curious about the Martin Luther King.
Oh yeah, the FBI was after him.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the RFK Senior.
Right.
I didn't know there was controversy there.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I thought Sirhan just shot him.
There was questions as to where the bullet came from.
So according,
I haven't looked into this.
No,
stuff,
I watched an interview with RFK Jr. today.
Yeah,
and he said Sirhan fired a bullet. It missed his dad.
Right.
The security pinned the guy against the wall, and he immediately took his hand and put it up like this.
Yeah.
And he emptied the clip.
Right.
He fired the gun. And he goes, my dad was not shot from the front, he was shot from the back.
Yeah, that's what they like. So I haven't looked into this stuff. I don't know.
He blames the new security guard on the task force. And then somebody goes, well, didn't Michael Jackson have a new security guard the day he died? So the point being, no, he did. So the point being is, if you're a public official and you get a new security guard,
yeah, dude,
watch the fuck out, dude.
Keep him in the car, maybe.
Yeah. He doesn't get a gun and he can't get near you.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really excited about the JFK. I'm excited about all this stuff.
What I was speculating today was that, what if the files say that JFK ordered a fake moon landing?
Well, true. but what I really wanted to say is the time traveler killed JFK. No, look at the pictures. There's a time traveler in the picture. He's wearing clothes that are not to that date.
So what?
So he's a time traveler.
People wear clothes today that aren't of this date. I mean...
But we're going back to the 60s.
Yeah.
So it was different back then.
No, it
People
wasn't.
all dressed the same.
No, they didn't.
Just Google time traveler JFK assassination.
God.
You're going to see this dude. He's like... He's in like Bermuda shorts and a Dago tee.
So?
No, I'm kidding. He's not wearing that. But he's not. And sorry to you Italian guys. I said Dago. But seriously,
I'm Italian. I'll allow it.
You're not.
Oh, did I tell you about
my wife's Italian.
Did I tell you about my Italian shoes?
No.
Wherever I go, Dago. You know how to shut an Italian up?
Well,
you tie his hands behind his back.
So there's Family Guy did a joke, and it was about. They had programmed, the CIA had programmed Stewie to kill someone when a certain password was said.
Yeah, so like Manchurian Candidate.
And they go, right, so they go, what's the password? And he goes, oh, it's a phrase. And it goes, that Italian family in this restaurant is pretty quiet. And they go, well, that's a pretty common phrase. He goes, that's not very common.
What? Where have you ever heard that?
Yeah. There's no Italians at a table being quiet. I mean, I'm not Italian. I'm a hillbilly, but I mean, my wife's Italian.
I can confirm. I can confirm that.
Yeah. I mean, my wife's Italian. She's, I won't say her maiden name. Hey, but trust me, it's fucking Italian. It's got the capital letter, the lowercase letter, the capital letter, and then the rest lowercase.
And then a vowel at the end.
Yeah, definitely a vowel at the end.
Which you don't pronounce it though.
No.
Oh, you got one that you pronounce?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'll tell you after the show.
You don't pronounce all of them. At least, and the funny thing is, that's only an Italian American thing.
Right.
So if you talk to a guy from Italy, he pronounces the vowels at the end. But if you talk to people from New Jersey, they don't pronounce the vowels at the end.
I'm trying to think if she's first generation here or second generation here.
It doesn't matter. You always. So like, there's the classic word gabagool. Yeah. Gabagool. That's an American word. Like if you say that in Italy, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking stupid American."
So my father-in-law, he was great. He was a good man. everyone thought he was connected to the mob.
Okay.
He was not. He was not.
But I'm sure he knew people.
Well, no, yeah. There's other stories on that. Too.
Everybody knows people.
But no, so he would always drive a big black Cadillac. That's the car he chose. One day he was going up, before we were married, this is a story that was told to me. He was going up to the toll booths, and he was stopped to pay a toll. His car caught on fire. We don't know why. Well, insurance companies go, well, you got to tow back to your house.
Yeah.
So they had to tow this burned up black Cadillac and put it in the driveway. And everyone's like, I knew it. Although I didn't know him because I believe I told my story about mooning people.
Yeah.
The art of mooning. And my wife was telling me one day, she goes, he pulled into his driveway, got out of his Cadillac, and there was a Polish couple kind of across the street. They always sat in the front yard. Yeah. They didn't sit in the backyard like a non-sociopath would do. They would sit in their front yard and...
No, that's the thing.
Whatever. So he gets...
Southsiders sit in the front yard. I'm sorry.
So he didn't like them staring at him, so he mooned them. And I'm like, what? I'm like, he got that from me. And they're like, you weren't even born yet. I go, I don't know. A time traveler would
Maybe you're the time traveler.
Yeah, maybe I'm a time traveler. Oh, I so want time travel to be true.
All right, what's next on the thing? Let's talk about TikTok.
Yeah.
So TikTok was banned for about 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. But it came back different. I'm not a TikToker.
You think so? Well, I don't go. I
don't go on TikTok.
Auto post our clips and I never look at them.
There are people that are saying that it's not acting the same. Now it could be a reboot, and so I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's different. They say. Huh. Whatever. You're on TikTok. You're on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not banned because that's bullshit.
Yep.
And I think Trump just put a stay on it because that's all he can do without Congress. But get this shit.
I know there's a 90-day stay, but I don't know if he can. Well, but no bullshit.
The law was passed.
Oh, because they went through Congress.
Yeah, the law was passed and Biden signed it.
That's right. I thought Biden did his executive order, but he didn't. So DEI is dying.
That's another good
quickly.
one. Oh, yeah.
Disney even fired all their DEI people.
Well, I heard they didn't even have to fire them because they're just walking out. There was a post on X, like I think it was on Reddit. And someone screenshotted the Reddit, and they're like, "Oh, just don't show up to work, and just show them that you're going to strike." Like, oh, okay, like, no, I already agreed with it. Why are you trying to help me?
So the FBI disbanded they disbanded their DEI, but kept everybody and just moved them to a different department.
I saw it. Like there were some that were on a website, a public website.
Yeah, Castro
DEI
that shit out.
Yeah. Oh my god. And we got the evidence. I mean, it's not like you can fucking switch that shit and we're not going to notice. You fucking idiots.
Yep. So the other story, you may probably haven't heard about this because I just actually stumbled upon this story. And I'm going to tell the story, and then I got a question to ask about this. So, 2 police officers were in a car.
Okay.
And they pull a guy over either for speeding or running a red light. I didn't write that note down. I don't care. So, they walk up to the car.
Talking about the disarming incident?
Yes, you have heard about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, they pulled the guy over, and they went up to ask for his ID, and he gave him his ID and his concealed carry permit.
No, they asked him, do you have anything crazy in the car?
I believe
word for word.
Oh, they said crazy.
Do you have anything crazy in the car? He said, yes, I do.
They said he disclosed that he had a gun without them asking for it.
No, they asked.
Well, crazy is not asking for it.
Right, it's not.
Crazy could be a clown in the back seat.
Exactly.
I got a clown tied up in the trunk.
So, by the way, if the cop asks you, do you have anything crazy in the car? I don't answer questions.
Yeah. So, but don't check my trunk because there's a clown tied up back there.
So he disclosed he had a firearm.
So they pulled him out of the car.
Yes, because he said it was on his person.
Right. And the female DEI hire cop,
yes,
I'm assuming,
most likely,
went to disarm him.
Yes.
And if you slow the video down and you watch it very carefully, she literally had 2 fingers on the trigger.
Yes.
As she removed it from his holster, and then she struggled doing so.
Yes.
Shot him in the leg.
Yes.
So he is suing, and he should win. And she's been fired, which, okay, great. Great job stepping up.
How about we charge her criminally? How about that?
True, but here's my question, though. No, I agree. Charge her because...
Negligent discharge, that's a crime.
Yep. Well, I have a different crime, and that's kind of where I want to go with this.
Yeah.
And I want to get your opinion on it. So the Second Amendment says you have a right to own a firearm.
Yep. Keep and bear arms.
No, but there's another word. I guess just the word just left me. Uninfringed.
Well,
what's the word? The
shall not be infringed.
It shall not be infringed. So if you have so the government makes you get a concealed carry permit.
Well, actually, he was in. Was it Texas?
I was Florida.
Okay, Florida. Florida just passed constitutional carry, so you do not need a permit in Florida.
So this may have happened.
I don't know. I don't know when the incident happened.
I believe it happened in December of 2024.
Okay, then he should not have needed a permit.
Okay, so let's say he has no permit.
Yeah,
or he did or didn't.
He did.
I was told he had a concealed carry permit.
He did have a permit.
But if they pass the constitutional carry, then you don't need a permit.
You don't need a permit.
So either way, this doesn't matter.
Right.
So if you're legally carrying,
yes,
and you disclose it to an officer,
yes,
do they have a right to disarm you? Because that's
technically no.
But they do it all the time.
Well, so what they're going to argue is that he consented. Because he said, "Well, would you please get out of the car?"
Okay. So he got out of the car.
We're going to disarm you. Okay.
Well, but
you have to say no. You have to say no.
You have to say no.
You have to say no.
Because they can ask any question they want. Right. You have to.
They're always going to argue you consented.
But do we know that he consented?
It's on video.
Did he consent though?
Yes.
Okay. Because so in that situation, can you say no? Can anyone say no?
So here's the thing. First of all, I think we touched on this a little bit, but every state is different as to whether you even have to say anything. So here in Nevada, if a cop says, "Are you carrying?" I don't answer questions. Right?
Yeah, because we actually talked about this with the guy in California, the Nevada resident with California.
Yeah. Now in Florida, I think you do have to answer that question.
Okay, but let's just say that's fine.
Yeah. So yes, I'm carrying.
But does the cop have a right to temporarily take your gun? Because at that point, they are disarming you, and your Second Amendment rights do not. So what would happen
there is they would say, "I'd like to disarm you." No, I refuse to play that game.
And that's what you should say. And because they have no right to do that.
They don't.
I've had conversations with cops, and I've seen videos of cops. So there's a lot of information I have. It's like, it is typically the bigger cities. The cops freak out when they have a gun. They don't even want a non-cop having a gun.
Right.
But you go to a rural area and the cops are like, "Oh, you got a gun?
Where's your gun, man? What the fuck?
Yeah. You don't have a gun?
What's wrong with you? Come down and we'll give you one.
Here's mine."
No, so check your state laws, because if you're in a state where you don't have to disclose, never disclose. Never ever tell them you're carrying.
But no, I mean, honestly, I would say tell them you're carrying. I mean, I don't have a problem. Well,
fuck that.
Give them as little information as possible.
As legally required.
Right. But my point is, if you tell them, "Yes, I am legally carrying a gun," they have absolutely no right to take that gun from you.
Nope.
Because at that point, you no longer have your weapon to defend yourself.
Right.
I mean, if some illegal aliens pull up, I'm going to say that for a reason, gangbangers, whatever, and shoot the cops, and they're shooting, you've got no gun to protect yourself.
Now, here was, I was actually thinking about this when I was watching the video. I was thinking, I would say, well, I wouldn't actually say this, but here's the thing you could say: I'll disarm if you disarm. You take your gun off, then I'll take my gun off.
It's kind of like the ID thing. Show me your ID. Right. Show me yours.
Yes.
And
if the cop says no?
No, I want your driver's license. I'm not giving you my driver's license.
Well, then I'm not giving you mine. Yeah. It's fair. Like, you don't feel safe.
Yeah.
I don't feel safe, right? You have a firearm, I have a firearm.
Yeah.
We're equal.
We're all good.
If you don't like it, you can end the traffic stop.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a violation of your Second Amendment rights.
Again, you have to say no. If you don't say no,
right. If you consent, that's how HIPAA's written. If someone asks you for medical records and you tell them, that's completely legal. If they force you to answer, no, I've looked into this because I thought it was not that way, and I got called out.
Yeah,
and they said no, we're allowed to ask.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I thought you were going to say something else. Yeah,
that's because you're fucking stupid.
Right.
So just say no.
Right,
you don't have the right to ask that.
Right.
So yeah.
There you go.
One of I haven't checked my the X account yet, but the other question I have is, so I was watching an interview, and the guy it was about military action.
Okay.
And the guy would only refer to the word unit. He would not say the Marines. He would not say Rangers, Green Berets, Navy SEALs. And I was wondering if there is like a hidden military unit that's just badass, like more badass than the Navy SEALs. Because here's what he was talking about. Trump did classify cartels as enemy combatant, whatever
right.
He classified them as. And this guy was like, well, if Trump does this, he's going to send this unit in, and he would not say what. So I don't know, maybe military contractors. I don't know what he was referring to. But what he said was, if this unit is sent to come after you, the best advice I can give you is get the fuck out of town. They will kill you. You will have no chance to defend yourself. I don't care how big your army is. They will all die. Because these guys are trained to kill, and they will kill you.
This sounds retarded.
No, why is that? I mean,
just sounds retarded. Like, this is exactly the thing that the government would say to make you obey them when they're just bluffing. It's bullshit.
I mean, the Navy SEALs supposedly got Osama.
Yeah, supposedly. You don't even believe that one.
I don't believe that one.
Well, then there you go. Case closed.
Do you know, did I ever tell you why I don't believe that?
Yes, you went over it like 3 times.
Okay, not 3 times.
Well, you did it one time on the show, and then like 3 times in total.
At the bar when I'm drunk. I just ranting and raving. So I believe he was killed before, but whatever. But because he wanted to, do is the tail wagging the dog or the dog wagging the tail kind of thing. Whatever. But I mean, you're telling me if the Navy SEALs went to after the cartels could possibly win?
Oh, yeah. How many SEALs do you think there are?
I mean...
and by the way, the cartels have a financial incentive to win. The SEALs, I get a fucking government paycheck. I'm just going to walk home. It's not worth it.
But who's trained and who just is given a gun?
What do you think trained...
Point it in that direction and shoot.
That's all you got to do. It's a gun. That's why we invented guns.
Okay, point in that direction and shoot doesn't necessarily mean you're going to hit the target.
If you got 1,000 guys over here and 7 SEAls over there, you're going to win.
I don't know about that. That's why I was more questioning, is there a secret military unit that we don't know about?
Of course there are, but I don't think they're any special, any more trained than the SEALs.
I mean, it was just...
I don't think they're going to win against cartels.
Oh, you don't think we're going to take the cartels out?
No.
Oh, I think we'll clean them up.
That is fucking retarded,
mop
dude.
them up.
No, he won't.
Okay.
That's actually... I really hope he doesn't follow through on this, because that's the dumbest thing he said so far.
The president of Mexico said she'll allow.
I don't give a fuck. I think it's a waste of our money. Fuck that. It's so stupid.
No.
Get rid of the drug laws. Get rid of the drug wars. Okay. Get rid of all this shit. End it.
I agree, except fentanyl.
No, not except.
Nope.
No exceptions.
Dude,
everything should be legal.
It's killing people.
Okay, do you know the reason?
Affected my...
Do you know the reason people do fentanyl?
Well, it's mixed into the drugs. They don't know they're doing it.
No, some people seek it out. Do you know why they seek out fentanyl?
No.
It's because all the other drugs are illegal. And it's easier to make fentanyl.
So fentanyl is not illegal currently?
Yes, it is. It's just easier to make than all the other illegal things.
Gotcha. But you can buy drugs with fentanyl mixed in, and you don't know what's in there.
Okay, do you ever accidentally buy a beer and there's fentanyl mixed in?
No.
No.
But you can buy cocaine with fentanyl mixed in.
Because beer is legal. Because it's a manufacturing process in a big factory that has government inspectors, which you love, and they all say, "Hey, there's no cocaine."
How the fuck do I love?
There's no fentanyl in this beer. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, so if we had cocaine manufactured in the USA, there'd be no fentanyl in there.
So why do I love government?
I don't know. I don't know why you do.
No,
I don't know why you do.
The story that what you're coming after me on is I said businesses should not be allowed to break fire code, which is life safety code.
Well, someone has to inspect that.
Okay, right. A fire inspector.
There you go. You love them.
But again, was it 2 weeks ago? I said, look at California. They ignored fire and life safety codes, and 5,000 houses in Malibu were burned.
But the point is,
so when you ignore fire codes,
you're changing the subject.
No, I'm not.
You are.
No,
the subject is drugs.
Well, no, you said no. I changed the subject when you did. Right, you said you like government inspectors, and you were mentioning beer and government inspectors.
The subject is drugs.
I'm calling you on the government inspector things because
if drugs were legal, they would be manufactured in the USA.
I understand. You don't want to have this conversation because it proves you wrong. No, and you can't even say the word wrong.
You can't even acknowledge that the drug war is stupid. See, you can't do it.
You can't even say the word wrong.
You can't acknowledge that the drug war is stupid.
Legalize all drugs except of fentanyl.
No, legalize all drugs. Period.
No, I said it
Period, full
before.
stop.
There's a great way to stop the illegal drug use, or at least slow it
Okay,
down.
let me ask you this question: is it worse to take fentanyl, or is it worse to inject bleach into your veins?
Are you going to try to say Trump said that? Because he
No,
did.
no, I didn't. He didn't say that.
But people.
Which one is worse?
People claim.
Just which one is worse?
Bleach in the veins.
Oh, but bleach is legal. But so why shouldn't fentanyl be legal? Case closed.
No, because it's sold to you to ingest. Bleach is not sold to you to ingest.
Okay, but you can.
I mean, you can. You can walk out in front of a bus.
So I can sell fentanyl to not ingest. I can say this is fentanyl. You should, and actually, fentanyl has legitimate medical uses. It's able to be prescribed by a doctor. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's got medical uses. Yeah.
So then, why would you be making it illegal? It should be perfectly legal.
Okay. We're not going to agree on this one
Because you're wrong.
No, there's a.
See, I said the word. You're wrong.
Oh, you did say that.
You're wrong.
But a family member of mine lost a friend because of fentanyl.
Okay, but this is a retarded argument.
No, it's not.
Like, I have people that lost themselves to alcohol. I don't want to ban alcohol.
Wait, what? Alcohol kills?
Yes.
I didn't know that. The fuck? You just told me this now?
Ridiculous. All right, let's move on. This is.
All right, you want to talk about the what was she? I don't know if I even made a note of it. The preacher, the synagogue person.
Oh, the inauguration.
Yeah,
I only heard clips and bits and pieces of that. I didn't really pay attention.
Honestly, I don't really care what she said. I just love JD Vance's.
Was he doing the look?
So Trump is just like the dead ass stare, like, oh, this bitch is fucking crazy.
I don't think he was paying attention.
Yeah. Vance is just like, what the fuck is this bitch saying? He's looking at his wife. He's looking at Trump. Like he's like, because that's how I do things. I don't. When something's that obnoxious, I'm not going to sit there and ignore it.
Yeah.
I'm going to respond while they're talking with my body language. You're going to know that I object because of my body language.
Yeah, I do that too.
But in seriousness, I mean, churches need to say the fuck out of politics, because churches want politicians to stay out of their life.
Right.
So
why do they have these fucking people come in the inauguration anyway? Like, just make it secular.
Right, but Trump is demanding an apology. No, he is, and he should. He has every right to, because she criticized, and this is kind of what I get after you and your anarchist friends after, is you guys criticize our government, or she criticizes the government because something she doesn't like. I don't like this. But again, she's living comfortably under the laws that give her the right to do that. Oh my God, that's not what the laws do.
Laws don't give you rights.
She's living under the comfortability of being able to criticize our government. No, we have the right to criticize our government.
Okay,
and she does that.
Okay,
but she doesn't acknowledge the fact that she has the right to do that.
What are you talking about?
She didn't say because she is criticizing this.
It's not Trump that gave you that right.
I didn't say Trump.
It's not the government that gave you that right. The government did not give you that right.
It's God given.
Okay, then I don't. Why would I
just admitted God exists? Yes. Oh my God. Yes. It was the whole story was a trick you to say that. No, it's if you're gonna.
But I'm not gonna thank the government for that then.
Well, then that's no. If you
actually, no, I let's be fair. When I was at the LNC, did I tell the story? When I went
you should watch the episodes so you know what you say.
Yeah. When I went through the metal detectors, because they make you.
I think you did, but I don't remember. So tell me.
They made us go through metal detectors, and I went through with my two middle fingers up. And they scan you and pat you down.
What a rebel.
Yeah. Well, when I was walking away, I was saying, well, thanks for respecting at least one of my rights. While you violated two other ones.
Well, no. Is a metal detector violating your rights?
Yes. I have a right to keep and bear arms.
No, you do.
But they tried to disarm me.
But did they disarm anybody?
Well, nobody walked in with a gun. So
if someone did, they would disarm them.
Yes.
You know that, but they didn't do it.
What do you think they have the metal detectors for?
Checking for like keys and stuff.
Oh, get the fuck out! Oh, rubber duckies, right? Yeah.
Well, rubber duckies wouldn't set it off. And the first thing I think of was keys because it's metal. But I don't know.
Well, who cares?
But they didn't violate anybody's rights.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
They would say if you have a gun, you can't come in.
Oh, so you think that's what they would say?
That's the reason they have that set up.
You don't know that.
No, get the fuck out of here! Now you're being retarded.
Hey, stop that.
Jesus.
Yeah, no. So if preachers or ministers or whatever, that she's got different terms she uses. If they want to involve themselves in politics, then churches need to start paying taxes. Do you know how much we would fix this economy if churches pay taxes?
That's not how it works, dude.
Why not?
We would make the economy worse Because you're taking money out of the private sector and putting it into the public sector. You're taking money from people and giving it to government. When has government ever spent money well? That would make the economy worse.
It would make it worse.
Yes, it would.
It would fund the tax dollars more.
No, it would make things worse.
Okay. You should not enjoy a tax-free status.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying...
If you're going to criticize the government.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
No. If you pay your fucking taxes...
No.
Like I have a hard time saying that.
Anyone can criticize the government anytime without paying taxes.
So I can still criticize the government?
Yeah.
No,
so the whole church thing... Now, I'm not going to say whether I agree with it or not, but this is how the law works. They're not allowed to endorse a specific candidate.
Okay.
That's the law. They can advocate...
Reverend Wright did.
Well, yeah, I know that. They can advocate for policies, like they can say abortion is a sin, or abortion is great, we love it. They can criticize individual politicians. They can say Trump's a dickhead, right? They can say Biden's a dickhead, but they cannot endorse a specific candidate. They cannot say the Catholic Church endorses Joe Biden. They can't say that.
Can they endorse illegal activity?
I'm pretty sure they can, without without losing their tax status.
Well, if you look at some of the churches that have been raping kids,
I mean, like, we can endorse illegal activity if we want to.
Well, we can, but we sort of pay our...
Yeah, that's irrelevant. That's a side issue.
So now that Reverend Wright came up, it reminded me of a funny story. So, back when we lived in Chicago, we would go to, is it Horseshoe? Horseshoe. Horseshoe Casino. And we were leaving Horseshoe, and I wanted to stop and get gas because I was in Indiana.
Of course, you got to get gas in Indiana.
So, apparently in Indiana... For 15 minutes, every shift change, they close the gas station. So you can't even put your credit card in.
What the fuck?
And get gas.
Wow.
I know. Well,
I didn't know that.
No, there's a few gas stations here that do the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're all kind of hanging out, not knowing what to do, and it was in, I believe, Gary or Highland, Indiana. It was a black neighborhood.
Okay.
The only reason that's important is because of the story. So everybody was cranking different songs. And I go, well, I'm going to crank some of my songs. I was like cranking up, and all of a sudden, I'm playing. I like Southern rock or country rock, kind of thing. So,
Leonard Skinner,
huh?
Leonard Skinner.
Oh, definitely Leonard Skinner. Come on, that's a redneck anthem. So there's a band that I like. It's Jackson Taylor and the Sinners.
Okay.
He's not mainstream because the radio won't play him. But I ended up meeting him because he lived in Colorado. We had mutual friends, and it was kind of cool. But we're sitting at a gas station, and he's got a song that the beginning of the song is the Reverend Wright statement. So he's like, God damn America! God damn America! God damn America! And then there's a pause, and then the song starts, and my wife goes, what in the fuck are you doing? I go, I didn't know it was a song, but it came on, so why not play it? And then it's a song about, what gives you the right. It's about being an American and the politicians not supporting us, and it's a very political based song. And that's probably one reason why I like it. But it was just hysterically funny. It was just like, because I mean, yeah, it was different time, and the black people loved Obama, and they didn't realize Reverend Wright was a dick, and wow, that was an old story. Let me just cruise it through X real quick and just make sure I kind of talked about everything I want to.
Oh boy.
No, there's some stuff on. We were talking about Nancy Pelosi not getting a pardon. That's awesome. No, Nancy. Did you see the video I posted about Nancy Pelosi?
Which I think so.
She was explaining how they gaslight people.
Yeah.
I mean,
was that AI or was that real?
No, it was real.
Why? Fuck.
Why is she arrested for that?
Well, it's not illegal. You can say whatever you want.
No, she was saying they've destroyed politicians' lives.
Yeah, you can say that
by doing this.
You can say that. You got to prove they did it.
She just fucking admitted it.
That's not proving they did it.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked at that one. I'm like, I mean, I know they do it. I know that's how they do it. I just didn't think they would admit they do it that way.
Well, there you go.
I guess they don't care because they're untouchable. because we have know nothing, do nothing Republican. I'm getting not Republican, but we have, but our Congress, the red congressmen don't do shit except Thomas Massey. He just wants him a narrow, so he has that to invest.
There you go.
So, birthright citizenship. I posted something on here.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
We're kind of far into the show now, but we can do a quick conversation on it if you want.
Well, it's going to be a long conversation if we get into it.
But is it in the 14th Amendment?
No, it's not.
But someone said it was. And they posted like factual stuff. It said the Library of Congress, who has no right to change anything, change it.
How much time are we at here?
I mean, if you want to do a quick, it's like
I can't do this quickly.
We're right at the hour. We can do this another time.
We can do it next week because I have this is a kind of a long, involved thing.
Yeah,
and it'll be relevant next week. I promise.
Why is that?
Because they're already sued for it.
Well, yeah. So Trump did the executive order, and the judge in Seattle.
I didn't read his order, so I don't know what changes he specifically made. But birthright citizenship itself is not in the 14th Amendment.
But what they're saying is it was removed. And I also did a little deep dive into the forefathers and what they thought about that, because apparently this topic was important back then as well. And immigration was important back then. And it's kind of like it's kind of a split. Some said it's okay, and some said it's not okay. And some say that So yeah, it is. We'll
cover it next week for sure. Yeah, because it's going to be in the news with the lawsuit forthcoming. And
maybe I didn't post this one. So the mayor of Philly. Did I post that one? Oh yeah, here it is.
Oh, couldn't spell Eagles? Yeah.
What? How do you not know how to spell Eagles? And two, if you live in Philly, how the fuck do you not know how to spell like the Bears? I'm pretty sure I can
hold on. Spell Eagles for me real quick.
Eagles.
Okay.
No. It is a tougher word. I'm not.
That's a tough word. Holy fuck.
No. It's okay. It's not a common word that I know how to spell right off the bat.
It's the national animal or the national bird. What are you talking about?
There's nothing more American than that.
That's right.
Actually, there's a video now of eagle swooping down and picking up somebody's duck. It was a duck that was like someone's duck.
Oh God!
And the lady comes running out. It's hysterical. She's breastfeeding a child. Like half her ass is hanging out. She didn't do it on purpose, but she got her duck back. Let's just say that. She took it from the eagle. It was a hysterical video.
Wow.
But again, it's the mayor. You would think they would. I mean, Bears,
there's no qualification
Raiders.
to be a mayor or a mayor.
Yeah, I mean, can you say maybe there should be? Can you spell the sports team in your town? Okay, Knights.
Well, there's towns.
So I can spell Knights, Nigts.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, is that right? Is that wrong, or is it K? It's K.
I think it's CNI. No, that's how they spelled it in medieval England.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, I lost it again.
Okay.
Yeah. What else we got? You're done, right?
I think I am.
All right. Cool.
Do your training session.
So, in honor of TikTok being banned, I'm going to talk about DNS.
Okay.
So DNS is the domain name system. Okay. And what does that mean? That means how do we take a human readable name like TikTok.com and translate it into numbers that computers understand? Because computers only understand numbers. Yeah. So that's what DNS is. And one problem with DNS is it's a very centralized system. So there's only like 6 or 7 places that tell you what the DNS system is. Okay. And you basically are at their mercy. When you buy a domain name, you don't actually buy it. You're renting it from all these places. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I guess, do you remember the guy who bought Google? Like Google's DNS, whatever, they expired. Yeah. And he worked for Google, but had left. And he knew when it was going to expire. And he knew that they wouldn't renew it. Yeah. Or they would eventually. Right. So he bought it like at 12:01 So he renewed it, yeah.
And he gave it back to them.
Okay.
It was more of a joke.
But yeah, so like if he had done that and said, pay me $1 million, right, they would have stolen it from him. Because that's what happens with a centralized system. They can appeal to these authoritative systems and say, hey, this guy stole our Google, give it to us. And this has happened. Really? Yes. So they can go to court and they can say, this should be ours, give it to us. And they do it. So
okay.
That's what I mean. When you don't own it, you rent it.
Huh.
So these 6 or 7 servers are known as authoritative DNS servers. They can revoke in response to non-payment or government takedown requests. But anyone can run their own DNS server. You're just not considered authoritative. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, is running your own DNS server.
Okay.
Now, there's a thing you can do with if you run a DNS server, is you can change where it points.
Okay.
So you can say, I want TikTok.com to point to a different number. But what's going to happen is, if you go to TikTok.com in your browser, you're going to see that little lock icon turn red.
Okay.
Because that's how you know that's the real TikTok versus this is Ron's redirect to some bullshit, right?
To Trump dancing?
So when you run your own system at home, it's I'm going to recommend Unbound. So it's open source. It's known as a validating recursive caching DNS resolver. So let's talk about what those terms mean. Validating. So the original DNS is just a plain text system, right? It's just a database where they say TikTok.com points to this number. And there's no way to verify that they're telling you the truth, right? So if I intercept that, I can lie to you, and yes, you'll get that red light lock icon, but you won't know why. You won't know that I'm doing that to you, okay? So they came up with this thing called DNSSEC, which is DNS secure, right? And this involves encryption and digital signatures. So you would not invalidate the DNS entries using those signatures. The one problem is that a lot of domain providers don't support it. So the one we're using doesn't support it. So when someone tells you about the Canary and the cage.com, you're not using DNSSEC, and there is a potential that someone can lie to you and send you the wrong way. Okay. But you will see that red light icon show up. And that's something that these places are still upgrading, because it's relatively new. It's like 10 years old, but I don't know why the fuck they're still taking so long. So recursive, what does that mean? So storing all the DNS entries in the world on every server is super inefficient, right? Okay. Because I don't give a fuck about some Chinese domain name that I'm never going to visit, right? So what we want to do is have a recursive system. So if I ask for TikTok.com and my DNS server doesn't have that entry, it would then go out to the internet and say, hey, does anyone have TikTok.com? Okay. Right? And then they would respond yes or no. If the answer is no, then they would go on a next chain, and it would go down the chain until it finally got an answer. So that's what recursive means. It keeps asking different ones until it gets an answer, and then they all propagate backwards, and you get your answer. Oh, this is where TikTok.com is. Caching. So caching means I'm going to save that result once I get it back, right? So I asked for TikTok.com. I didn't have it. Somehow I get it. Now I'm going to save it. Okay, so the cache is not forever. It's going to expire after a certain amount of time, and you can set that up as yourself as you run the server, and that way it doesn't clog up your entry with, you only visited once, so I don't need to cache this forever. Whereas a commonly used one, like something you visit every day, that's going to stay in there forever. Okay. And then, so imagine that they change their IP address. So what would happen is your cache would say, here's the IP address. Your computer would say, I don't see anything there. And then it would go back to the DNS server. It would say, you got this wrong, go fetch it. And then it would go fetch it through the recursive system and then cache the new result. Okay. So very simple system. Again, you can run this yourself on one of your late potatoes or Raspberry Pis. So let's talk about privacy. So every time you go to a website with that human readable domain name like TikTok.com, you have to ask a DNS server. Your computer does not have a DNS server on it. Right? You have to ask one somewhere. Okay. So if you're not running your own DNS, then the ones that you talk to are usually supplied by your ISP. Okay. So Cox Cable or CenturyLink or whoever. That means when you type in TikTok.com, your ISP knows, hey, this guy is going to TikTok.com. Okay. Even if you have encryption, even if you have a VPN, because then the VPN might be providing it, right? Now the VPN knows you're going to TikTok.com. Excuse me. So most modern operating systems have their own very small cache for DNS, but it's only going to last around 10 to 30 minutes. Okay. So you go to TikTok.com, it's going to cache it in your machine temporary code, and you refresh the page. Okay, yes, you'll use your cache, but 30 minutes from now, it's going to go ask DNS again. And so the other thing is you can always manually code domains in your own system, whether it's Windows, Linux, Mac, they can all do it. On Linux, the file would be in /etc/hosts, and you can literally put anything you want for any domain.
Okay.
And it's something more for home networks where like you want to name your machines, right? It makes it more convenient rather than memorizing all the numbers. You can do domains there, but things get tricky with that red lock icon. Let's see. Yeah, so like I said, VPNs will not protect you from revealing this info. It just goes to the VPN rather than the ISP. And sometimes the ISP hijacks it anyway. So you want to run your own DNS server. Let's see. So some other advantages. So let's say you have a government that bans a website, like TikTok.com, right? So now they usually do this by just blocking the DNS, right? It's not very clever. Mm-hmm. They don't block the packets. You don't hard code anything. They just block the DNS. So if you have your own DNS server, you can hard code TikTok in, and you can always break through and get to TikTok, whether your government bans it or not.
Okay.
Or like public Wi-Fi, they'll often block certain sites. So if you have but they do that with DNS. So if you have your own DNS server, you can bypass their public Wi-Fi controls, right? So you have a single source of hard-coded domains rather than managing multiple files across all different machines, right? So without Unbound DNS running, you have to look at every single machine and put TikTok.com in there and make sure you keep it up to date and blah, blah, blah. Where if you have Unbound running, that's one server that has your TikTok, and then all your other machines talk to that server.
Okay.
You can also you can access it remotely if you need to. So if you're away on business, or if you're in this public Wi-Fi, you can have your Unbound DNS running at home or on the VPS that you pay for or whatever, and you can access that, right? Instead of their thing or running a second one on your laptop or whatever. Just keep it at home, keep it on your VPS, and access it remotely. Let's see. So you can create pseudo-authoritative DNS sources with other trusted parties. So if you have a group of friends and you all say, well, we're going to have our own special host where we can access files and share things, you can share that domain concept with your friends, right? And then hit it that way. So like instead of saying thecanaryinthecage.com, you can say the.canary, right?
Okay.
And just create it out of nothing.
Okay.
And just share it with people that you trust. The other cool thing is you can block domains, right? So things like ad networks, malware sites, whatever. If you want to block your kids from seeing porn, whatever you want to do, you can block those domains from resolving. So it's like kind of the reverse, right? Okay. I'm now the government. I'm going to block TikTok. So by self-hosting, you control all this stuff yourself.
Cool.
So Unbound, it's open source. It's designed to be self-hosted, super lightweight, runs on single-board PCs. It has releases for all major operating systems. And the really cool thing is that on episode 19, we talked about Pi-hole.
Yeah.
So Unbound can be managed through your Pi-hole. So go through your Pi-hole and manage your Unbound.
So not your mouth?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can install Unbound on the same machine as the Pi-hole, and then there's options in Pi-hole to manage your Unbound. Okay. So it all works together. It's super simple. You don't got to be very technical, but get it set up, learn how it works, and hopefully that gives you enough info to solve our Monero challenge.
Sweet.
And that's what I got.
Go get them, people. So when you guys put in Xshell,
yes,
I tried to log on, and it wouldn't. It just said like account not found or something.
Okay.
And then I'm like, well, I'll just go to my X account.
Right.
I couldn't. It wouldn't let me off that. So I had to go in and clear my cache.
Yes.
And then it let me on.
Yeah, that's not DNS. That's different.
Okay.
That's your browser cache.
Okay. I just want to see you guys put an Xshell. That's all I really care about.
I'll do it again. Don't worry.
I'm sure you will. I'm surprised you haven't already. All right. Is there... all right. So So basically, I want to talk about something, but I want to address something else first. I call myself a conspiracy theorist, but I'm kind of like conspiracy theorist light. I'm kind of like a conspiracy theorist, like Chase Oliver's a libertarian. I'm just a basic bitch. Because we started this podcast, I've been doing some really deep dives into this shit, and it's really like fucking my head up because there's a lot of weird shit out there. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm done with it. So I'm gonna just focus more on humor. But to do this, to start this training session, I've got to stick to one of my conspiracy theorists. That's more of a deep dive, and that is the drones and the mysterious fog and the weather manipulation. God. Since Mr. Bill Gates, whatever, has manipulated our weather, and we've got like 12 inches of snow in Florida, 8 inches of snow in New Orleans. Yeah, it's a little weird, but use this to your advantage at this point. So it's cold all over the country now. It's even cold here in Vegas. So there's a good way to benefit from this. And you can kind of check the insulation of your house at this point. Get yourself an infrared temperature gun. They're not much money. They're $25. And you can walk around your house and just kind of scan your different walls. Now, when houses are built, in most cases, the studs are 16-inch on center. In some areas, they can go to 24-inch on center. The reason that's important, that's the wall cavity. And in the wall cavity of your exterior wall, there should be insulation. Even up in your attic, kind of the same thing. You joist up there should be insulation up there. And right now, with it being cold, you can walk around your house with a temperature gun and kind of shoot your wall like every 12 inches or whatever. Pick your spot. And you can see if there's a drastic temperature change going down, you know that the insulation is not good there. Or if you scan your entire exterior wall and it's fucking cold, you don't really have good insulation.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to just check your house out, check your walls, check your ceiling. The floor, if you've got a slab, you got a slab, you're done. If you got a crawl space, you can kind of scan your floor as well and kind of see where the cold spots are, and then you can address them, later on when it's a little warmer outside. And you can kind of check around your windows, and not really the glass itself or the frame, but kind of around the border of the window, kind of make sure your caulk is good out there. Your caulk. Well, like I said, balls your caulk. So if your caulk is not good, you got to replace your caulk. No, but you want to be able to just kind of scan stuff. And you can really utilize this to find out where you need to add insulation. And it's important because it saves you dollars. So check your house out. Check out your ceiling on your windows and your doors. Make sure you don't have cold spots, and you'll be all set. You'll be banking dollars. You'll be stacking cash.
So what do you suggest if you do find a cold spot? Like how do you
insulation?
How do you fix
it? The problem with that is you got to kind of cut a hole in the drywall.
Yeah.
The best way to do it, you can either call a company in, which you can kind of do this yourself. You can just kind of get a hole saw bit. Inch and a quarter, just kind of drill at the top of the top, and then you can kind of just pump in some insulation. You can pump in insulation comes in like I don't want to say a sheet good, but kind of is because it's got paper back and it kind of works as a sheet good, or you can just have it loose insulation, and you can just kind of get it sprayed into there, and to fill up that wall cavity with insulation, and there you go, cold spot's gone. In your walls, you're probably not going to find a lot of missing insulation because it's kind of all put in at the same time. But you might find something got ripped or torn. In your attic, that's a little different. You're going to find some if you're up there messing around, you're kicking around insulation. You might actually find some cold spots on there. So just check it out and just use the infrared temperature gun. Even Home Depot sells them, even though I don't really want to encourage you to buy stuff at Home Depot, but that or Lowe's. I guess Lowe's is a little bit better. Yeah, and check for your cold spots and fix them. It's pretty simple. So If you have any questions, let us know. I will do my best to respond. If I don't know, I'll find out the answer for you. So
Cool.
I think we're done. We've done a show, and it's kind of funny. We had a good time.
Cool.
All right, everybody.
See you next week.
Enjoy the week, and we'll see you next week. And hopefully we'll have an FBI director. Thank you for joining us at the Canary in the Cage podcast.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us to help build the community.
You can find us at Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, or your favorite podcast app, and even on the dark web at I2P.
Thanks for listening, and see you next time.